This is the Tidbits in Time Almanac for August 2021. August 1st, 1801. The USS Enterprise defeated a Tripolian corsair. The Barbary states, Tripoli, Algiers, Tunis, and Morocco, had been terrorizing shipping in the Mediterranean and off the west coast of Africa for 2 centuries. They raided merchant ships and naval vessels, holding the crews for ransom and tribute. Something in excess of 1 million crew members had been captured and either ransomed or sold into slavery. In 1786, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson had tried to negotiate a cessation of hostilities with the ambassador. His reply was, "It is written in the Koran that nations which had not acknowledged the prophet were sinners, whom it was the right and duty of the faithful to plunder and enslave, and every Muslim who was slain in this warfare was sure to go to paradise." Does this sound familiar even in our time? For the first 15 years of the American Republic, under Presidents George Washington and John Adams, the U.S. paid $1 million per year in blackmail fees. After Thomas Jefferson was elected, he sent the U.S. Marines to the shores of Tripoli, and they cleaned up that mess. August 2nd, 1882. The commissioners of Pecos County, Texas, officially appointed Roy Bean as Justice of the Peace. He served for about 20 years. Originally a native of Kentucky, he became known as the law west of the Pecos, and an eccentric and original interpreter of the law. His cleverness, daring, deviousness, and wit, aided by his knack of self-promotion, made him an enduring part of American folklore. August 3rd, 2021, National Watermelon Day. In the heat of summer, what could be more refreshing than an ice-cold watermelon? Thought to originate in southern Africa, they are ancient plants with seeds being found in the pyramids. They are grown in 44 states, and there are more than 1,200 varieties. So it will be easy for you to find some to enjoy. There's some controversy as to whether it's a fruit, a berry, or a vegetable. August 4th, 1792. Percy Shelley was born in Field Place, Horsham, Sussex, England. In 1816, during the winter that never ended, he spent the summer near Geneva, Switzerland, vacationing with a group of writers, including Lord George Gordon Byron, John William Pardee, Claire Claremont, and Shelley's future wife, Mary Wollstonecraft Godwin. Because the weather was so dreary, after trying to amuse themselves by reading German ghost stories, they challenged each other to write a horror tale. Mary began writing the novel Frankenstein. August 5th, 1886. Bruce Fairchild Barton was born in Robbins, Tennessee. As co-founder of the advertising agency of Batten, Barton, Durstein, and Osborne, BBD&O, he created the brand name of Betty Crocker. He is also credited with the company names of General Motors and General Electric. He once wrote a direct mail letter to 24 rich men, gaining a 100% response rate and the payment of at least $1,000 from each one. August 6, 1945. Pilot Paul Warfield Tibbets Jr. dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan, which ended the war not many days thereafter. He was born on February 23, 1915, in Quincy, Illinois, to Paul Warfield Tibbets Sr. and his wife, Enola Gay Tibbets. After a couple of years of college, Tibbets enlisted in the U.S. Army and got a pilot slot, graduating in 1938. Rising up the ranks as a bomber pilot during World War II, he flew B-17s over Germany. In 1943, he transferred to the B-29 and the Pacific Theater, where he would make history. He retired in 1966 as a brigadier general. August 7th, 1963. Brian Jeffrey Fogg was born in Dallas, Texas. A PhD at Stanford University, he is a computer behavior scientist who invented the formula B=MAP, where behavior happens when motivation, ability, and prompt come together at the same moment. He is especially interested in the intersection of computer-driven devices and their effect on children. August 8, 1968. Richard Milhouse Nixon experienced a very happy day as he received the Republican nomination for president. Unlike his previous nomination in 1960, when he lost to John Fitzgerald Kennedy, this time he won the general election by defeating Vice President Hubert Horatio Humphrey Jr. He won his second term by a landslide over George Stanley McGovern. It was ironic that on this same date, August 8, 1974, President Nixon experienced a very sad day when he announced his resignation and the next day got into a helicopter and left. August 9, 1985. Anna Kendrick was born in Portland, Maine, daughter of an accountant. At only 5 foot 2 inches tall and thin, she has a powerful singing voice. She says she spent an afternoon learning the lyrics, melody, and rhyme from a Lulu and the Lampshades YouTube video that pairs a Kid Game of Cups rhythm with a 1931 or earlier A.P. Carter song. Kendrick sang that song in the movie Pitch Perfect, and her recorded single became the number 6 ranked song in the country. August 10th, 1931. Thomas Robert Tom Laughlin, Jr. was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He is best known for his 4 Billy Jack films as writer, director, and actor. He took a 5-year hiatus from filmmaking to found a Montessori preschool in Santa Monica, California. The school went bankrupt, so he went back to Hollywood. Listen, children, to a story that was written long ago. August 11th, 1936. Panagiotis Theodoracopulos was born in Greece. He was an athlete as a young man, internationally ranked in tennis and skiing. The son of a Greek shipping magnate, he was educated in the U.S. at boarding schools and later the University of Virginia. He is the author of 5 books and is currently editor of Takis magazine, an online publication. August 12, 1851. Isaac Merritt Singer obtained a sewing machine patent. He was not the original of the sewing machine idea, but his design was practical and suitable for home use. He also sold it on the installment method. While a skilled seamstress could do about 40 stitches per hour, his machine could do 900. Dear Sweet Sewing Machine is a key element of the breaking of the cycle of poverty by Model and Seitel in Fiddler on the Roof. August 13, 1911. William Bernbach was born in New York City. He co-founded the ad agency of Doyle Dane Bernbach, DDB. He was the lead on the television commercial in the 1964 presidential campaign that painted candidate Barry Goldwater as unstable enough to launch nuclear war, the famous Daisy ad. August 14, 1851. John Henry Doc Holliday was born in Griffin, Georgia. He was a dentist, not a physician, but in the days of the Wild West, anybody with any medical training pitched in to help, including veterinarians. After practicing dentistry as a young man in Atlanta, Georgia, he contracted tuberculosis and moved to the American Southwest, hoping the drier climate would help. There he made his living primarily as a gambler and also developed a reputation as a deadly gunfighter. The record is unclear, but he probably killed between 3 and 7 men in 9 shootouts before dying in his bed at the age of 36. August 15th, 1717. John Metcalf was born in Yorkshire, England. He became a professional fiddler, horse trader, local guide, owner of a stagecoach line, and esteemed road engineer and builder. All of that despite being blind from age 6 as a result of smallpox. August 16th, 2021, National Airborne Day. In late June of 1967, I packed my bags and went away to Fort Benning, Georgia, for 3 weeks at the U.S. Army Airborne School. During the last 5 days of the course, I jumped out of perfectly good airplanes, looked up, checked chute, and floated to the ground. I loved the training, the experience, and becoming a part of an elite family, albeit mostly Army. Qualifying to wear silver parachute wings on my Air Force uniforms was quite cool, too. August 17th, 1913. William Mark Felt Sr. was born in Twin Falls, Idaho. A career FBI agent, he climbed to the top of the ranks. Disgruntled at being passed over for FBI director several times after the death of J. Edgar Hoover, he started illegally leaking confidential information to reporters when he saw investigations which were not progressing as he wished. The proper channel was to bring his evidence to a grand jury, but he frequently rejected that choice. He was later revealed to be the source for reporters Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein about the Watergate investigation, which brought about the resignation of President Richard Nixon. The role of Phelps was never discovered until after his death at age 95. Unfortunately, he popularized a culture of criminally illegal leaks by FBI agents and other government employees that continues to this day, and we have seen a huge increase recently. August 18th, 1587. Virginia Dare was born in the Roanoke colony, the first English child born in the New World. The Roanoke colony was in an area which is now in North Carolina, her father being Ananias Dare and her mother Eleanor Dare. She was known as the White Doe and vanished with what came to be called the Lost Colony. Still a huge mystery. August 19th, 1922. Noel Regney, whose birth name was Leon Schlesinger, was born in Strasbourg, Alsace, France. He was drafted into the Nazi army, but soon deserted and joined a group of the French resistance. After the war, while touring the United States, he met his future wife, pianist and composer Gloria Shane. He composed the lyrics for the Christmas song, "Do You Hear What I Hear?" August 20th, 1875. The Prudential Insurance Company adopted the Rock of Gibraltar as its logo. This brand new fledgling insurance company started using slogans like "Own a Piece of the Rock" and "The Strength of Gibraltar," which were just made up words and symbols to make the company seem trustworthy. The strategy worked fine, and the company is still in business today. August 21st, 1981. Twins Cameron Howard Winklevoss and Tyler Howard Winklevoss, their father's name is Howard, were born in Southampton, New York. They are mirror image twins in that one is right-handed and the other left-handed, and associated mirror characteristics. Both are champion rowers and Olympians. They are known for their face-off against Mark Zuckerberg as to the ownership of what became Facebook, and recent forays into the Bitcoin marketplace via their index called Winklevoss Capital. August 22nd, 1902. The Cadillac Motor Car Company was founded in Detroit, Michigan. It was purchased by General Motors in 1909 and became a division of that conglomerate. As the manufacturer of various models of luxury cars, its fortunes have risen faster and fallen faster than other car companies. With changes in the economy during the more than century it has been in business, what will the future hold for the company? August 23, 1784. A portion of North Carolina seceded and declared itself an independent state under the name of Franklin. It was not granted statehood and accepted into the United States. It only lasted for 4 years before being absorbed into Tennessee. In law school examinations and occasionally state bar tests, a fictional state of Franklin is frequently used as a placeholder name for a generic state, often the one in which the property of Blackacre is located. This way, variations in existing state law do not complicate the theoretical legal issues arising from the property disputes. August 24th, 2013. Virginia Pastrell did an interview about her book, The Power of Glamour. We're planning a special celebration of the 20th anniversary of our tax practice group. The theme of the event uses many of the ideas of Virginia Pastrell and her views on glamour. Save the date. It's scheduled for November 18, 2021, and it will be formal black tie. The ladies will be wearing evening dresses in different colors, perfume jewelry, there will be flowers, and the men will be in tuxedos with black leather shoes, or cowboy boots that are allowed if they're black. Everybody is welcome to attend, and if you want an invitation, just let me know. August 25th, 1885. Laura Elizabeth Ingalls, age 18, wed Almanzo James Wilder, age 28. This relationship is depicted in Little Town on the Prairie and Those Happy Golden Years. In their early years of marriage, the young couple faced drought, large debts at 36% interest, illness leading to the paralysis of Almanzo, and the death of a son. Also, their house burned down. They had to move many times, and their finances did not improve measurably until the late 1890s. Their daughter, married name Rose Wilder Lane, became an accomplished writer, as did Laura, who had gotten a job in 1911 that led to a regular newspaper column, As a Farm Woman Thinks. However, their finances were destroyed by the stock market crash that led to the Great Depression. Only when the Little House book series began to come out, there are 8 volumes from 1932 through 1943, did their financial lives substantially improve. August 26, 1740. Joseph Michel Montgolfier was born in Annonay, France. He and his brother pioneered flight by launching hot air balloons. He observed laundry drying over fire, forming air pockets, and he built a working model of light wood and taffeta cloth powered by flaming crumpled paper. The first human test was on October 15, 1783. August 27, 1896. The Anglo-Zanzibar War started and ended. The shortest war in history, it lasted only about 38 minutes. An island kingdom in the Indian Ocean off the coast of Tanganyika, the pro-British Sultan died. Maybe he was assassinated, leading to a succession crisis. The new Sultan favored Germany. Unable to reach an accommodation, British warships began shelling the palace. Eventually, some 500 of the Zanzibaris died, and the British only sustained the injury of one man, who later recovered. August 28, 1828. Leo Tolstoy was born in Russia. He is best known for his huge work, War and Peace. When I was in high school, my friends and I jokingly spelled it War and Peas. Essentially, it recounts the invasion of Russia by Napoleon Bonaparte. The English translation is more than 1,200 pages, and it consists of 4 long volumes and a 2-part epilogue. The BBC has presented it several times, having actors read adaptations of it in 1943, 1969, and 2015. August 29, 1842. The Treaty of Nanking was signed. Among other things, China granted Hong Kong to the British in perpetuity. It was later changed to Britain surrendering the city and the port on July 1, 1997. Small, with not much in the way of natural resources, Hong Kong has been an economic powerhouse. Fiction author James Clavell described the air above the city having the smell of money. Freedoms from government intervention and lack of government corruption have been cited as the reason. Will it continue? August 30th, 1797. Mary Godwin Shelley was born in Somerstown, London. She is best known for being the author of the novel Frankenstein, which she dedicated to her father. While she conceived of the idea during that dreadful summer of 1816, did she really write the book herself, or was she the co-author, or did she merely edit the writing by her husband, Percy Shelley? August 31st, 1908. William Saroyan was born in Fresno, California. Both his parents were Armenian immigrants. He became a famous writer whose style was a zest for life. A favorite quote was, "Seek goodness everywhere, and when it is found, bring it out of its hiding place, and let it be free and unashamed." His writing won a Pulitzer Prize and an Academy Award. This has been the Tidbits in Time Almanac for August 2021. If you would like a print version sent to you via email for free, just let me know. One benefit of that is that each day will have a link to an additional information for that day's tidbit. Just email me at adrian@tidbitsintime.com.